He's had seemingly an outstanding season. And Richardson's in the ruck. Butcher gets the first touch. Williams' handball was intercepted by Burke. St Kilda kicking to the right and kicking with the breeze, and this is a great start. Grant takes the mark and within scoring distance. Back on the team today and playing up forward.
Well, in the past month, St Kilda have been superb in getting the ball out of the centre, and once again we saw Nathan Burke, a player who would probably be at the lead of St Kilda's best and fairest this season, deliver the ball magnificently to David Grant, and his move to full forward was mooted in the press during the week.
Neat looking drop punt, great kick goal, perfect start. Grant scores and the Saints have got a goal within a minute, kicking with the breeze.
And the breeze, you would think, is blustering up to about 20 knots, probably constitutes a 3 to 4 goal advantage. But you can't do any more than kick a goal within a minute of play being started.
And good to see him moving around there, giving Gary Pert something to worry about. Playing his 200th game, Gary Pert, today. So the bounce back in the centre. St Kilda have kicked a goal. Mark Richardson doing the ruck work. Through comes Burke for St Kilda. Now chance for Anderson. Playing his 100th game is Dean Anderson. It's at right half forward for St Kilda. Diving on the football there was Craig O'Brien. And he's going to receive a free kick. Perhaps held when he didn't have the football there, Craig O'Brien. He's been very good for St Kilda over the last couple of weeks. Great to see. I think he's got a lot of ability. This would need to be a monstrous kick. It's not bad. It's going to land in the square. Oh, it's hit the bottom of the post. Terrific kick by O'Brien, but it registers just one behind for the Saints. So they're 1-1. Collingwood yet to score.
Noticed Alan Richardson picking up Robert Harvey. Harvey just struggling a little bit with the negative tactics of taggers this season. Still won the E.J. Whitten medal for Victoria.
Pert got good distance out wide. Richardson takes the mark. First game for the season. Played 9 a couple of years ago and 2 last year. So after a great debut, he's taken his time. Now Starcevic at centre wing. Goes inboard, short to Richardson, who Gerard's already mentioned. He's played all of Collingwood's games this year. A neat looking kick that's going to be chopped off though. Was meant for Christian. Burke got hold of it and gave it to Pekin. Pekin's wide kick. Morris, did he get a shove in the back? No, apparently not. Watson over to Pert, who loves to rebound. Pert to centre wing, good looking kick to Richardson.
It certainly was, Bruce. He spotted Mark Richardson wide on the wing. That young player sweeps around onto the right foot and kicks it to the 50-metre line. St Kilda getting back, well done. McAdam not paid. Chance for Rowe, little toe poke off the ground. Tap on gives Francis a chance. Francis across his body goes up to the goal line, but he's off to the left and through for Collingwood's first score, just that one behind. Tony Francis, by gee, the Magpies would dearly love him in this side now for the rest of the season. They need pace around the packs. The kick in comes to the near side. Pekin couldn't take the mark. Richardson a handball away for Russell. Russell's kick across his left shoulder in towards centre half forward. Held when he didn't have it. There's a chance for Lehman, and he should be able to nearly score from here, Troy Lehman. And he's another young player with good leg speed. The Magpies welcome back into this side. Troy Lehman, former South Australian, kicking for goal from just inside 50 metres. Right up to the goal line again. It's touched by Mark Richardson. No, not before it went over on the full. Free kick to Danny Frawley.
Sweeps out a handball. The Hollows kick away. McGuan out of play. Mick McGuan, the Copeland medalist from last year. Mick Dwyer on him, who's made a late resurgence into the St Kilda team. There's a big plus in their win over Collingwood in one of the finals here last year. Tap away by the Saints. Pulled off the ball, McGuan. Back Christian. Richardson didn't take it. Handball looked reasonable enough. Tries to crash his way through. Can't. Held up. Andrew Coates will ball it up at centre wing. Saints leading by a goal. Grant kicking one within the first minute of the play. Peter Carey working with Andrew Coates.
And notice Craig Kelly is a loose man in defence in the back line for Collingwood. St Kilda are using Tim Peakin as a loose man in defence. They've been doing that quite successfully for the last month.
Right away, Starcevic for the second time takes the mark.
Very much a key player, Craig Starcevic, for the Magpies.
Drop punt, high kick right there. Rocket sets himself. Frawley taps it away. That's going to be one of the big jewels. Harvey weaves his way out cleverly. Takes a chance with a bounce. Gets around Williams. Squeezes a very neat kick towards Burke. Went too far in the end. Butcher over the back, playing only his second game for the season. Collingwood's had to concede some ground. Wright gets hold of it. Free kick anyway.
It's a free kick to Butcher, Bruce. Right on the logo, the AFL logo. Here at Waverley, Butcher will kick Collingwood to within scoring distance. It's now inside 50 metres, punched by Starcevic, quickly kicked by Lehman, and well done. Terrific effort there by Winmar, under pressure from Fraser. He moves it quickly. He spotted his teammate in McAdam, wide on the wing. Loves to run with the footy, touches it to the ground once, he's run down. Well done, Francis. Advantage for the Magpies. Christian, now Lehman. Tries to give the hand pass away. In trouble was Williams. Good tackle by Winmar. In goes Lehman again. Away goes Williams. Williams kick towards the forward pocket region. Taken by Shanahan. His kick has been marked by Lehman.
Lehman has a chance to make amends. It was a horrible handball only a second ago, putting Francis, I think it was, under pressure.
Well, I think that breeze, which is blowing from away from the goals to which Collingwood are kicking, is certainly going to be difficult for the players to contend with. That was Nathan Burke, now Harvey, already having an influence. Away for Dwyer, nearly touched it to the ground, then gave the hand pass to Nathan Burke. Nathan Burke's kick towards half forward. Anderson overruns it. Oh, strong play by Collingwood there through Woods. Away for Watson, now Butcher, and Collingwood out of trouble.
To Wright on the run. Loves to do this, Graham Wright. Zigzagged away, then goes up to half forward. Fraser the target, good mark. Winmar took a beauty a couple of minutes ago, and that one by Fraser was also impressive. Loose men everywhere here. Richardson on his own didn't hold it. Wind held it up. It was a tricky one, but really should have done better. Harvey squeezes a little one out and gets to Burke, who sweeps it out to the other Burke without the O. He goes over the top and gets to Taylor. Taylor running on. Francis tries to put the tackle on. Centering kick. Woods took a chance, missed it. Pert's got to take a chance. Should get a good bounce. Does. Awkwardly kicks it away. Lowe should mark. Lowe goes sideways to Peakin, to Taylor, who should measure it and could goal. Goes for it now. Kicks it like a backman. Straight out on the floor. Awful stuff.
Oh, Kane Taylor would be disappointed with that.
Should have drilled it. At least scored. Didn't.
I think he might have got a bit excited when he saw the goals loom up, Bruce.
Well, he hasn't kicked too many. 2 this year and 16 in his career.
So Gary Pert kicks it back into play for the Pies. Outside 50 metres. Marking contest. There was none. A big punch from behind by number 10, Peter Everett, for St Kilda. Saints goal, kicked by David Grant very early in the piece. Throw in about 70 metres around from the St Kilda goal. Trying to get it clear was Morris. Winmar. Now Dwyer. He loves to kick goals. Mickey Dwyer misses off to the right-hand side. St Kilda lead by 7 points. Well, having a look at the VFA or the AFL ladder, I think St Kilda's task in trying to participate in the finals is going to be a difficult one, but certainly Collingwood, they're in 7th place at the moment. They must win today if they're to have any chance whatsoever. Pert's kick is good. Christian can't take the mark. Everett leaves it. Anderson had it and was dispossessed, but in doing so, the Collingwood player has infringed and Anderson has the free kick. He's 55, 60 metres from goal. A holding incident, and it's going to Collingwood now. Christian's going to receive it. Players looking a little nonplussed there. But umpire Carey, most emphatic with that decision, so obviously he saw something, and the ball goes back to Michael Christian.
Goes short, centering to Alan Richardson. Gets a reasonable distance into the breeze. Starcevic He's had a very good start to this match. Got hollow underneath the footy then.
Well, Christian, of course, is playing in the ruck, and we know that Monkhurst started on the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a set plan, and Monkhurst was going to start in the ruck when they were kicking with the wind, if in fact they did, or if it's into the wind, they were going to use the runner. So we'll just have to wait till quarter time to find out if that's true.
Everett to Taylor, the centering kick, good tackle. Collingwood are doing pretty well. Scott Russell away, loves to run. Oh, the handball was okay. Now Lehman, Francis. Precious pretty good, peeking firstly. Now Francis again. Left foot inside to about 60 metres over the top. Williams playing in his 50th. Could have run further. The kick, he's hooked it. Misses. Could have run right in.
Yeah, should have been a bounce on that one. Paul Williams, a dangerous player, but perhaps just a lack of awareness that he was free, or perhaps no instructional talking.
How about Fraser running Taylor down in the centre of the ground? Geez,
Terrific
quick,
play.
isn't he, Mark Fraser?
And that's the impressive thing about Collingwood's start. They're back to their tackling best in the first 10 minutes. If they're going to take part in this finals, that's the asset in their game that must come to the fore.
Nearly a mark to Harvey. Francis bumped off the football, but he went back in after it tigerishly and couldn't break clear. Umpire will bounce. Just 3 or 4 metres from the point of the square, about 65, 70 metres from the Collingwood goal. The Pies trail by just 6 points. Brad Rowe, pace to burn. That kick, disappointingly, hooked it a little bit too far, through for another behind the Pies.
Well, they're not getting true value for their work, Collingwood, because they are pushing up, are doing the hard running into this wind. They've had a number of easy shots, well, easier shots than that could possibly have been. They just haven't quite converted.
Gee, didn't Rowe turn Peckett inside out for pace there? Gave him half a stride and was one in front of him in about 4. McAdam, wide. The target, Frawley. Oh, good mark by the captain.
Good set play coming out from defence there from St Kilda.
Frawley up to centre wing, low the target. Kelly with him, Watson over the back. Harvey, lovely take, good skills. Across to Anderson, to centre half forward. Bad miss there by Woods. Pert for the second time butters up on Woods. Christian with a tricky little one, but takes it comfortably. Then goes to square it. Oh, good handball to Kelly. To White, who's on the end of another one. And once again can go for that familiar run. Stops, props, and then goes with a neat little kick over the top. And Fraser takes the mark. Collingwood doing very well into the breeze. Back to Wright.
Wright in a little bit of trouble, able to get his kick away. Inside 50 metres, no mark to Rocker. Nearly taken by Peckett, but Rocker's bashed it clear. Starcevic, close to the boundary line, taps it to the front of the goals. Gee, Paul Williams nearly onto it. A rush behind for the Magpies is the final result of that foray. McAdam kicks it in. The score, St Kilda 1-2. Collingwood 4 behinds. The mark taken by Nathan Burke. He's in the right back pocket. He kicks it out near the wing. No mark taken by Lowe, but Kelly infringing. Free kick to Stuart Lowe.
Yeah, well, St Kilda are effectively playing 2 centre-half forwards. Stuart Lowe's playing well up the ground, up around the wing, and Russell Morris runs in behind him and plays the true centre-half forward position. There he is on screen.
Better judgment to Watson. Marks behind Morris. Now Richardson. Handball for Graham Wright. Gets past. Well done. Very skillfully done. He's kicked towards the wing. Low. Lehman off the ground. Brad Rowe, brilliant. Ball handling exceptional. He's kick into the pocket. Oh, Rocker. Was he interfered with? No. The umpire swallowed his whistle. Back goes Frawley. Oh, taken over was Hollow. And the umpire gives the all clear for a boundary throw in. Chris Hollow looking a little anxious, so he can breathe a sigh of relief.
Bit unfortunate there, Collingwood. I thought Rocker did get interfered with.
Starcevic up over the top. Brad Rowe attempted kick off the ground, went nowhere. McAdam off the ground by hand for safety of a boundary throw in. 1-2 to 4 points, the St Kilda lead.
Remembering too, Robert, they kicked that goal in the first minute of play, so Collingwood doing very, very well into the breeze. Maybe not quite so much on the scoreboard. Williams well played by Winmar to smother. Williams got a second crack at it. Back to Francis, twists and turns to Fraser. Conceding ground, Collingwood. Good pressure by St Kilda. Oh, Winmar took his eye off it just for a moment. McAdam sweeps the handball cleverly to Peakin. On to Everett. Trying to run him down. Francis has been so busy defensively. Kelly got a fist on it. Peakin, good take. Anderson over the top, okay to Burke. Now they might set something up. Good looking kick. Morris, well, probably should have held it. He was under pressure from Watson. Now he hangs on to Watson. Wood sweeps out the handball to Pert. Pert gets his fourth kick. Away towards centre wing. Fraser's on the end of it. It bounces. Chipping in was McGuan instead. Dwyer still running with him. Christian back to Fraser. Collingwood set it up again.
And well done by Mark Fraser. He just persisted there. Eventually got a possession, but the kick dropping in short, and Mark Richardson not able to control the football. It goes over for a boundary throw-in. We've already mentioned Damien Monkhorst starting on the bench, and young Mark Richardson being asked to do the ruck work. They've got 2 or 3 tools. Starcevic does a bit of the ruck work on the forward line. Kelly does a bit of ruck work back there in defence. So the Magpies just setting up a little bit differently. Here's Christian. Handball. Graham right in trouble. Christian able to help him out. Little kick by Christian. Mark taken by Russell. Russell approaches the point of the square. The kick in towards the centre of the ground. The mark is taken by Lehman. Lehman handball away. Russell good running. Russell's kick to the left half forward region. The mark is taken by Francis. Francis is 50 metres from goal. He kicked it to the guy standing on the mark. Kane Taylor. And away go the Saints. They're out of trouble. Hollow's kick towards the wing. Winmar. A very, very clever player is Nicky Winmar. Somehow found some space, kicked it towards the half-forward flank area, and Gary Pert pleased to take it over.
And that kick of Tony Francis was very reminiscent of a number of incidents in the Foster's Cup series, a quite controversial Foster's Cup that saw this ground in a horrific mess.
Low, good job, fisted it away. Dwyer running onto it in the pocket. Hooks it, or tries to hook it. Doesn't do very well. So the Saints haven't had a lot of the play, and they've wasted a couple of chances. Taylor, Dwyer twice.
That wasn't such a good kick, I didn't think, there by Mickey.
Point of the square was the
go.
go.
The disciplined teams certainly, they give away, don't they? Maybe a possession or a chance of a behind, just to kick it in the front so they've got a better chance of scoring a goal.
Well, even if he wanted to aim at the goals, he still had to aim at the point of the square because that blustery wind has brought that ball back at least 10 metres.
See the win there. Pert, normally one of the great kicks in the game. He's kicked the ball out to the far side beautifully today. That one going 35 to 40 metres, and Morris takes the mark. This will give us a good indication.
Well, he definitely kicked the distance here, I would think, Russell Morris. He's a magnificent drop punt. You have to start it, I would think, at the left-hand goal post.
He's done that, Jared, hoping the breeze will carry it forward. It's got right there. Kelly gets his hands on it with low, and it's a behind. So the Saints are leading in a low-scoring match at 1-3 to 4 points.
Collingwood certainly the most impressive side on the ground. They've picked a good running side, introduced a number of quick players. Francis is back in. Andrew Tranquilli for his first game. He's on the bench. Ken Butcher, I like him as a player. Certainly got a future.
Jared, possession-wise, Collingwood lead 36 kicks to 26. 22 handballs to 19, 14 marks to 10.
On a day like today, Robbo, you're going to need 3 touches going into the wind for every kick going with it, I would think.
Tony Francis there. Not much he could do with the awkward bouncing ball. Kane Taylor, his opponent at the moment. 1-3 St Kilda, 4 behinds Collingwood. Richardson from behind, Everett in front. And a free kick is picked out of the ruck contest. Well, Everett's going to take it, but gee, there wasn't much in that. He's going to go short. It's all right. Peakin running on, nearly caught, got his kick away. Harvey takes the mark. Harvey has had...
Robbo, Richardson just giving Harvey just too much latitude at present.
Not a bad kick by Harvey. Morris collects it. Away to Anderson. Anderson goes for goal, and the Saints get another one on the board. No, they don't. He's missed to the left-hand side.
Well, they get another one on the board.
Another one behind. 1-4 to 4 points. St Kilda by just the goal kicked by David Grant in the first minute.
A couple of ex-Hawks combining them. Morris to Anderson. In his 100th today, Anderson. In VFL, AFL. As Pert just sizes it up. Doesn't time that at all well. Everett trying to take a finger tipper. Couldn't control it. Went off his boot in the end and out of play.
Marking won't be an easy task today, and that's why the big men will struggle, because the ball is just swirling around. It's kicked into the wind.
Everett Christian. Christian probably got his hands on it. Out of play again, so we start all over again. Christian back in for the first time since round 12. He's giving away some centimetres here.
Going to be a game of patience, I think, this, Bruce, in these difficult conditions.
Christian gets his hands on it. Richardson, Russell. And was that touched? Yes, it was. So good result for Collingwood, really. A throw in at half back with time being eaten away here. And Collingwood, you'd reckon, well in front on points, but not on the scoreboard.
Christian and Everett, they nullify one another. Richardson caught by Burke, and he's penalised for not moving the ball on. So Nathan Burke rewarded for his good tackle. He runs on quickly, one bounce, now he goes long, he hooks the kick into the pocket. O'Brien got his hands on it, couldn't quite hang on to it. Watson there to tidy up for the Magpies. His kick goes wide, out towards the half-forward area. Opportunity now for Hollow. Ran onto the left foot, little kick, he hooked it too far. McGuan taken away by Dwyer, then by Lehman, now Butcher. Butcher gives away a little bit of ground. Goes back to Graham Wright. Off that left foot, not bad. And Williams made it even better by diving full length and marking on his chest. Paul Williams, a high kick in the Starcevic direction and a good mark in between two St Kilda players. Handball away Russell. Russell can't get past, he backs himself, then kicks it short. And a good diving mark taken by Brad Rowe.
It's just a useless handball, that one from Starcevic, because the recipient, Russell, is just going to run bang smack into the man that was minding the mark for Christian, that being Hollow.
Rose kick into the man on the mark. Harvey, that's a good kick because he had very little room to manoeuvre and got the ball out of play about 30 metres on. Good stuff by Robert Harvey. Champion of the club last year, one of the great young players in football. Goal the difference. The Saints need at least two more, you'd say, before quarter time to be comfortable here at all. Now Burke's kick back in the Christian direction. Collingwood are doing it well again. Now Wright. Just stops and props on Anderson. Back towards centre wing. McAdam. Francis robbed it beautifully. May have given off a handball. Went for a long kick. Bouncing ball. Frawley got the best of it. Rocker behind him. Frawley's kick out towards the wing, or half-back I should say, and he went for the boundary line, no question about that.
If you're a fair dinkum umpire, you'd nearly have to penalise him, wouldn't you? If that wasn't a deliberate kick out of bounds.
Oh, naturally it was.
Huh?
It definitely was.
Just have to prove it, Robbo.
Well, I've seen a lot worse things than that penalised over the years. Here's a free kick being paid to Collingwood, Tony Francis.
I think the important thing about the kick, Robbo, was that Frawley was under pressure so much that he's thinking defence all the time, and that's where St Kilda are down at the moment. They're not attacking, and they have this monstrous wind behind them.
Kick short, well done Rocker. The big man in the right spot in front of the pack. He's taken a strong mark. He's about 19 years of age, Severio Rocker.
What a future he's got. What an absolute star in the making if he can just continue his drive forward. He's come a long way this year. Kicked 10 goals, I think more than once, I think twice it is.
Well, a chance to get his first for the day, and he doesn't let his fans down. Severio Rocker kicks Collingwood's first goal. We're fairly close to quarter time. There's about 4 3/4 minutes left in this term, and scores a level.
Well, if you had to make an early prediction, you'd say that this is a good enough quarter by Collingwood to set up a pretty good win here. I'm sure that Lee Matthews would be thrilled if they go into the quarter-time huddle, even Stephen, because at half-time you may find they have an 8-goal lead.
Bounce back in the centre. Everett beaten for it by Richardson. Butcher's in there, so was Nathan Burke. Mickey McGuan about to swoop on it, but a free kick picked out, and it's going to St Kilda to be taken by Nathan Burke. Burke has already been quite prominent. This is his 7th kick towards the 50-metre line, but a good mark taken by Woods. Away to Gary Pert. Handball Russell. Butcher's on the end of it, but he left it behind. Darren Burke made something of it. Gave Mickey Dwyer the chance. Harvey gets past. Short kick by Harvey. Oh, he could have nearly left that win mark, but he's able to recover. Well done, Watson. Very, very important little touch to himself. And then gave it to Gary Pert. And Collingwood out of trouble when St Kilda really should have scored in that last foray up on their forward line. Scott Russell getting a tap on the back there by young Mark Richardson. That's good spirit. Another free kick against Christian will go to Everett.
A better effort, just took the front position there, and he has such a height advantage that Christian had no other option but to drag him down by the arm.
Low on the lead. Kurt again had a goal kicked on him early, but has done extremely well in the last 20 minutes of this quarter. Now Harvey getting a few touches to Burke. He's going to go with a handball, then onto that left foot, but back to Woods. And St Kilda have got serious problems up forward. Nothing at all happening for them. Danger here. Burke comes at the back. Low. Centering kick. Pert going back. Good mark.
Lowe could have nearly given the hand pass to Nathan Burke, who was running beautifully on that left-hand side.
Not working together, are they, at the moment? They've had a lot of problems across half forward and at full forward.
Well, I think the big problem is Stuart Lowe. He's been basically played out of position by having to go up the ground so far. I think with this wind situation, they'd be better off plonking him in the goal square and going long with every kick to him.
Harvey, short to O'Brien. That was good vision. O'Brien's kicked 14 goals in his last 3 matches, 6-4-4. It's a very good strike rate. Yes, Lowe's not a kick away at any stage, is he, Gerard? He's a half a kick away or a kick and a half away.
It's where the ball ain't, so to speak.
Exactly. That's not a bad looking kick by O'Brien. It's a behind though, not the result St Kilda wanted. But as I said, from that position, not all that bad off the boot. So O'Brien's got 2 points and the Saints have got 5.
And Harvey 9 possessions and Nathan Burke 7 kicks have been St Kilda's leading possession gatherers in this first term. The kick in and a good mark taken by Christian. Had his eyes right on the footy. Handball away for Kelly. Kelly the better option there. Set it up for Watson. Watson got past Taylor. Gives the run to Francis. Francis 3 bounces. 50 metres from goal. Maybe the wrong option there, but he gives the hand pass away. Lehman's shot for goal is coming back. It's a beautiful kick. It's a goal to the Pies. Beautiful kick by Troy Lehman. He read that breeze perfectly. Collingwood lead by 5 points.
Yes, well done to Troy Lehman in only his 3rd game for the season. He hasn't had the best of years. And it's a little bit difficult to be critical of Tony Francis because he's been so explosive in this first quarter, but he did everything right by drawing the man. I thought he could have just popped it over to Craig Starcevich, got himself into a bit of trouble, but fortunately Lehman got him out of it and the Pies hit the front.
So Collingwood doing very nicely, 2-4 to 1-5. The ball forced towards centre half forward, but it breaks down. Kane Taylor's kick, mark taken by O'Brien. He's got to kick it quickly. He does. He spots a lead from Lowe, but it's too far. And it's out of bounds in the right forward pocket.
As Kent Sheldon now has moved Stuart Lowe to full forward. That was a fairly obvious move that needed to be done. Give them a little bit more of a focal point. The problem with centre half forward on days like today is the ball just keeps getting kicked over your head.
Well, he's being asked to do the ruck work at the moment.
It's Low. Christian got it away. Anderson tapped it all right. Didn't really have time to look. Hooked it back very, very well. Good mark, Watson. The second time Collingwood's marked in a similar position. Watson out wide to Woods. Oh, made an absolute meal of it. And I don't think you can blame the wind for that one. It looked to be regulation in the way it fell into his hands. Bad luck for Tony Woods, who copped a couple of heavy knocks against the Bombers last week. He too making a late run into the Collingwood side this year. Everett and Christian. Christian got his hands on a Richardson run down by Burke, whose footy's been terrific in the first quarter. Harvey, well done. A brilliant bit of footy. Kept it low, pinpoint accuracy. And speak of low, he took it on his chest. He might have hurt himself a bit here. In fact, he looks as if he's really hurt himself.
Might be winded.
Yeah, all a bit traumatic, Robbo, because when he went to the ground, I thought he was okay, and now suddenly he appears to be writhing in pain.
He just came down on the ball right up in the solar plexus. And there's no worse feeling in football than being, as you said, Robbo, winded.
He looks quite distressed.
He sure does. And he's well, smothered by trainers, you'd say, at the moment. Let's hope it's not anything structurally wrong with him in terms of leg or knee. But
wasn't it good to see, though, Rob Harvey shooting directly at the goal square? Often when he gets the ball around the 50-metre zone, he ducks and weaves and gets himself into a little bit of strife, but this time straight towards the centre half, straight towards the full forward position, and the kick was so penetrating that it's almost knocked out the biggest man in the game. Well, second biggest.
Biggest kick here, the biggest one's not playing today, is the big kick too here, because it's right on quarter time, and they need this, the Saints. That's an understatement, because they trail with the breeze by 5 points. Lowe's been in excellent goal-kicking form the last 2 weeks, 4 and 8. Well, there is the siren. And if they got a goal here, it would lift their spirits in a quarter where they've been totally outplayed. And a point will give them the reverse. The kick by Lowe's okay, it's a goal. So all is not lost for the Saints. They get something at least out of the term, and they lead 2-5 to 2-4. Start of the second term at Waverley Park. St.Kilda a point in front, but they had the use of a very strong breeze in the opening term. Collingwood going to the right of the screen. Richardson gets the tap away to Alan Richardson, who weaves his way through and gets a quick kick away and gets some distance. Francis, good mark. Well, he had an explosive opening term, coming back after a calf injury. Rumoured, well, speculation during the week was that he was rushed back into the team. It was a desperate measure in a desperate time. Well, he's produced one excellent quarter of football and leans back and kicks it behind. So not the result Collingwood wanted from there. Francis with 2 points and scores a level. And there's a lot of football for the Saints to run into now in this second term to try and hang on.
Actually, that would have been interesting, Bruce, because David Grant kicked a goal very quickly in the first term for St Kilda, and it could have nearly been a repeat dose there through Tony Francis. Starcevic could have been deemed close to a throw, that, but umpire let it go. Ball forced over for a boundary throw in left half forward for the Magpies. Not a bad crowd. It's quite chilly conditions in Melbourne this afternoon. Morris does well. Wright, Shepherd on Anderson. He's quick, Graham Wright. He's caught though. Tackle by Harvey was okay. But the umpire gives the boundary umpire the all clear to throw it in. St Kilda fans out there in the out are not happy. Play to go on. Everett the ruckman. Christian for Collingwood. Everett does nicely. Butcher, little kick into the path of Francis. Taylor, good Shepherd. Hollow, lovely hand pass. Mickey Dwyer, short kick. Okay, Grant marks. Can he get the distance? He's going to kick to the square. Stuart Lowe, the big hands. Couldn't take it. Mickey Dwyer can't get through. Good tackle by Woods. You're going to be penalised, Mickey Dwyer. And the free kick will go to Tony Woods in the last line of defence for the Magpies. Tony Woods, handball away. Pert had 9 possessions in the first quarter. Lovely long kick near the centre of the ground. Harvey from behind Richardson. Kick by Lehman. Now chance for Fraser. Handball over the top. Richardson. Oh, good strength by Darrenberg. Lehman there. Now Scott Russell. Handball into the centre. Christian going straight down the ground. What a magnificent smother by Winmar. Brilliant football by the number 7 champion for St Kilda. Lovely little kick out into the path of Mickey Dwyer, who's getting a couple of possessions already in this second quarter. His pass too low for Stuart Lowe. Craig Kelly handball. Right. Now Woods could be run down. No, he gets his foot to the ball and kicks it to a vacant half forward area for Collingwood. The race is on. Winmar in front. Down he goes. A penalty against Fraser. The free kick to Winmar.
Well, some inspired footy by Winmar a few minutes ago. An important kick by Woods too, under pressure, getting about 70 metres with the run. McGuan still yet to get a kick. Lowe getting rid of Kelly unfairly, the umpire says. Free kick to Kelly. Centre half forward. Morris there with Starcevic. Pickett missed it. Harvey's handball very good to McAdam. It's early doors in this second term, but the Saints have made a reasonable start. O.G. McAdam was run down by Francis in the opening term. Got caught then. Came again with it though, goes short, good footy in the end. Finds Grant, who's playing right up the ground. He's going to look for a short option. Comes right across the ground. O'Brien on the end of it. Got a reasonable bounce. Still 60 metres out, that's the problem. Now 70 metres out to Lowe. Chip little pass, good to Burke. Well played, Saints set it up. Burke quickly on. Oh, here's an open goal. Surely Grant to kick his second, and the Saints have done that beautifully. That was good footy. Loose by Collingwood, I guess, in one regard, but outstanding team play by St Kilda. And Gerard, it is early days yet, but this is not a bad start into the Breeze.
No, they're looking a hell of a lot better now, St Kilda, than the first quarter. Their structure up forward suits it far better, with Grant a leading player up in the square, and they're working the ball together well. Handballing, not trying to penetrate it with long kicks. You must maintain possession in a wind like this.
Bounce in the centre, Everett, but Richardson, young Mark Richardson, Darren Burke for Nathan Burke. Mark Richardson still in the action, so is Nathan Burke. Well done, he's a real little tiger, and he gets the ball out to Mickey Dwyer. Dwyer's kick, he hooks it in towards centre foot. Oh, there he is, the big fellow, Stuart Lowe.
Yes, well, Mark Dwyer's a bit of a problem for Collingwood at present. He has 7 possessions, and Mick McGuan has only got the 1. McGuan, of course, one of Collingwood's favourite sons at present. He will just really have to tighten up.
Well, Stuart Lowe could give St Kilda the biggest advantage so far in the game. His kick, he hooks it. Michael Christian right on the goal line helps it over for a behind to St Kilda.
Well, that was a good example of the intensity of this Breeze. Only 40 metres that kick had to travel. Just lobbed on the line, but there was just no penetration whatsoever. So any option the sides have to run the ball into the goal mouth should be taken.
Pert's kick in towards centre half back. No mark taken. Winmar dragged down. Should receive the free kick. Coming into the play now, Nicky Winmar. 4 kicks and 1 handball. He's right on the forward end of the square. Have a look at the ball holding up in the Breeze. That's a top effort by Hollow. That really was a good mark.
Yes, Hollow and Russell Morris have interchanged position. Morris is now back at centre half back on Starcevic.
Goes in short. The mark is taken by Anderson. Graham Wright looking nonplussed. Whose man is this guy? Well, I think Dean Anderson is probably playing on the wing.
He's playing on Graham Wright.
So he can't really shake his head, the man on the mark, as Dean Anderson prepares this shot for goal. Very experienced player. Drifts off to the right. O'Brien's got the footy. Down he goes. You're caught. Oh, too high. Have to have another look at that, but obviously Peter Carey, pretty certain, indicating it was over the left shoulder. Collingwood making a change. Christian coming off, and young Tranquilli for his first run in senior AFL. There goes O'Brien. Shot for goal. He's put it through. So St Kilda doing well in the early part of the second quarter. They lead 4-6 to 2-5.
Yes, we saw a number of kicks in that passage of play, of balls going just directly up in the air, and if there is an advantage to be got at that end of the ground, it is to keep the ball below the grandstand level. We saw Nicky Winmar try to penetrate the ball 60 metres to get it to Big Everett, but it got up too high and it just held up in the wind. The ball must be kept low, under about 15 feet if possible, and you'll get maximum distance.
4-6-2-5, the Saints with early goals in the second term into a stiff Breeze. Harvey just got rid of McGuan cleverly, but then Russell was able to rip it away, and a pack develops.
Change has been made there, Bruce. Richardson has gone on to Mick Dwyer, and Mick McGuan is back on Robert Harvey, and who can ever forget that memorable battle they had here in the finals last year, where the points were clearly taken by Robert Harvey, one of the best ruck roving displays you've ever seen.
Yes, you'd say it was his epic performance so far in his career that day. Taylor, now Anderson, neat handball to Hollow round the body. O'Brien, they just seem to be in the right place at the right time, the Saints at the moment. O'Brien getting a few touches, centering kick to Lowe in the front spot. Everett, well played, big fellow. Awkward, rolling, won't be a goal. A behind.
Should have made more of that.
Well, he got himself off balance, the big 19-year-old. I think it was just an effort to get his foot on it in the end.
Work on his agility over the summer. He could be a real prospect,
I
couldn't
think
he,
he's a
Jared?
fantastic young player. Some would say that he's straight out of Jurassic Park, but he ain't no dinosaur.
Well, Pert to bring her back in, and he's going to go short for Woods. Got him. So Woods from half-back.
Woods has got a player in short, which was Graham Wright, but he elects to go long. Down the wing. Real contest down there. Taylor. Pekin in trouble. Caught, harassed out of it. Scott Russell kicks Collingwood about 35 metres closer to their goal. Good gather, Williams. Now Lehman. Lehman's kick too far for Brad Rowe. It's taken by McAdam.
Wasn't it good judgment? McAdam just watched that ball off the boot and I was having a close look, and he was at least 2 yards ahead in his reaction time against Brad Rowe.
Butcher left it behind. Frawley goes in hard. So does Watson for Collingwood. Gets his left foot to it. Could have nearly let it go over, Shane Watson. He's kicked it out on the full, and St Kilda will take the free kick through McAdam.
This game is being played in the forward zone of St Kilda at present, which is quite surprising considering the wind that Collingwood have.
Last man in the pack there was Lowe. Kelly not happy with that marking decision, but it looked all right from here. Stuart Lowe, he's on centre wing. Took a long time to get into the play. Kicked a goal just before quarter time for St Kilda, and that kick by Lowe has been marked by Pert as Monkhorst warms up on the boundary line. Good mark to Rocker. Looks as though he's been moved temporarily. He's out at centre half forward. This kick goes from near the centre of the ground, off the side of his boot, into the pocket. Awkward bounce. Through goes Rowe. He's quick. He's very quick. His kick across the goal and through for just one behind. So second score for Brad Rowe. Both behinds. Collingwood 2-6 trail St Kilda 4-7. And we're about halfway through the second quarter. McAdam prepares to kick it back in for the Saints.
Trying to keep it low, got out wide. Pekin made very good position, took the mark in front of Tranquilli.
It was a great kick, Bruce, wasn't it?
Yes, could see what was going through McAdam's mind. Punch it long, low, and get a bit of distance, and he did it well, and Pekin ran onto it. Low, strong against Kelly. It was a good battle that time. Here's McGuan for his first effective touch. To centre half forward, not all that effective. Williams brilliantly read it. Sweeps the handball out to Tranquilli. Tranquilli gets his first kick in AFL. Not bad at all. McAdam touches it. Oh, the young fella would have remembered that one had she gone through. A great kick. And McAdam in the end did very well because he slipped and must have been disorientated and was able to stop it.
I think the ball may have been just swinging in the breeze.
Yes, Bob Massey at his best at Lords a few years ago, many years ago, Robbo.
Yes, no one will ever forget that performance. That kick in has been marked by McGuan. He goes in towards half forward, too short. Frawley's able to bash it clear. And it goes over for a throw in.
And the last two kicks of Mick McGuan have both been absolute mongrels. Just perhaps the ball blowing from his hand awkwardly, not getting good connection as big Damien Monkhorst runs onto the ground. Looks as if he's got a man on a mission.
Oh, here's a goal to Collingwood. Rowe. Brad Rowe kicks his first goal. He's kicked two behinds. But very importantly for Collingwood, it's their third. They trail by just 6 points.
Yes, and that one was just through sheer hard work. Nothing pretty about the build-up to that goal. Collingwood had a number of kicks into the forward line. St Kilda repelled it, but finally the weight of numbers saw Brad Rowe sneak one through. Just in the right place at the right time. Have to kick it too far. Let's see what difference big Monkhorst has on this game.
Goal the difference at Waverley Park. Monkhorst sets himself for his first play of the match. He's had to wait a long time. Got his hands on it. Burke then took it away for the Saints. He's been terrific. Lowe got his hands on it with Kelly. Woods leading O'Brien to get a free kick. The advantage is given. Monkhorst takes it at centre half forward. Morris Starcevic running onto it, Lehman off the ground. McAdams had a very good term. Oh, he's got high skills. Handball not so good, but Harvey good enough to Burke. They've been two of the keys in the Saints' revival in this second term. Harvey again to Lowe. Oh, Kelly went early. Lowe stood his ground. Can he get it over the top? Well, he did, but not all that effective. Tapped on by Richardson. Taken by Pert, who's had a ton of kicks. That's a monster. Back to centre half forward. Morris punches it away. Rowe's got terrific pace. Oh, taking him out with a hip and shoulder was Taylor. Tried to dive on it, McAdam. Peckett kicked it off the ground. Francis with pace. Twists, turns, goes inside. Takes a bounce. Geez, cheeky. Tucked it under his arm. Bounced it again. Squares himself up. Kicks it. It bounces. And McAdam gets back. So a poor finish by Francis in the end. McAdam, well, he ran very slowly and very wide, but he was deliberate, and he got to Pekin and he found him, and Pekin chips it away. Here's danger. Burke will want to take it. He was outnumbered. Butcher thumped it away. It was a pretty ordinary kick really by Pekin, how to play.
Bit of an anti-climax for Collingwood in that last charge down the ground. Boundary throw in, left half forward flank area. Everett and Starcevic. Now a chance for Nathan Burke. He kicks it clear. Out into the path of Winmar. Winmar quickly for Dwyer. Back towards Winmar. A little tap to his own advantage. He's got a few to beat. But have a look at this, will you? Oh, that is just classical stuff. A great shepherd in that passage of play. And Winmar brings it in towards centre half forward. The mark is taken by Lowe. But folks at home, watch that football by Nicky Winmar. Lowe, a high kick. The breeze gets it. It nearly came back to his face. Anderson. Now Grant. Anderson's held by Kelly. And Anderson will take the free kick. Craig Kelly becoming a little disillusioned, I would feel.
Lowe's had a better of him this quarter.
Well, Anderson very much at testing distance. 40 metres. Tries to go very, very low. Bounces in the square. Woods grabbed by O'Brien. Right in the front of the St Kilda goal. Out goes Woods. And the umpire will bounce. Umpires Peter Carey and Andrew Coates officiating this afternoon. And that's Peter Carey doing the business at the front of the square. St Kilda a chance to score. They lead by 6 points. 4-7 to 3-7. A big punch by the Collingwood defence. Nathan Burke. Kick across his body. Oh, well done, Lowe. And that will go right to the goal line. That's certainly, oh gee whiz, Graham, right, you ought to be careful. It's going right back to the goal line because that was fairly crude.
Well, we say well done, Lowe, and he did show some great courage there, but wasn't that a marvellous kick from Nathan Burke? I expected him to have a shot at goal, and he didn't have much chance, but he centred the ball with just a fantastic kick round the corner. To the hole, disciplined stuff, and a goal will result.
St Kilda playing the better footy in this second term, and Lowe kicks his second goal. 2 goals to Stuart Lowe, 2 goals to David Grant. St Kilda lead by 12 points.
Well, they've turned this game around, St Kilda. They looked a very ordinary combination through that first quarter, but they've put their nose to the grindstone collectively, and they've produced a marvellous 17 minutes of football in the opening part of this quarter. Given themselves a chance, and disciplined play by one of the most coachable players in the AFL, Nathan Burke, has set up that goal.
5-7, 3-7. Lowe with a couple of goals. Feeling high here now at Waverley Park. A bit of aggro in this game at the moment, and the free kick going to St Kilda. And Collingwood might have gone off the boil for a minute here. Frustrated. They've made such a terrific start in the first term. Harvey punches it into the breeze. Lowe.
Oh.
Well, should have got a free kick, I reckon. Now Winmar went to ground. Taken by Anderson to Pekin. Chips it across to Burke, who's cutting Collingwood in half here. Burke short again. Burke, the other one, takes the mark. Darren will kick from about 48. But Nathan Burke with 13 kicks. Robert Harvey has also been very good with 9 kicks and 5 handballs.
Well, Nathan Burke started the game on Scott Russell, and in this quarter really is just decimating him. Centre break, St Kilda are absolutely slaughtering Collingwood to 8-1. What a magnificent performance.
Gee, that's a good kick by Burke. That's a terrific kick. Monkhorst to punch it through from behind. Well, is there a free kick to Collingwood, I think? What's happening here? Free kick to Collingwood against Lowe. Kelly. He's going to get another one. Obviously didn't run over the mark. I think you're pretty lucky, Craig. That really would have brought the head down a bit lower. Gets a second go. Mickey Maguire at the back. Mick Dwyer in the front takes the points. I think he likes playing against Collingwood, Mickey Dwyer. It's too far out to kick a goal. But if the Saints get one more before half-time, it's going to be a serious problem for Collingwood.
What a great player this young man has been for St Kilda.
One of those unsung heroes that we often read about. That one swinging away and bouncing before it goes out of play. So the Saints have got it very deep into their attack.
Yeah, but I just thought that was a little bit disappointing the way they set that up. There was no way that Mark Dwyer was ever going to kick a goal from there. And you wouldn't think they've got the player down there to take the big mark, particularly with Monkhorst down there. So perhaps a short or a set play was the opportune.
Here goes Collingwood from right on the goal line. Oh, Everett gathers. Kick by Everett. Oh, it's a ball burster. Great kick, Everett. Right, gee whiz, no messing around with that one. He's bombed it 50 metres. And it scores St Kilda's 6th goal. They lead by 18 points.
Well, perhaps he is from Jurassic Park, because he would have needed the strength of a dinosaur to penetrate the goals from that distance out. Wasn't that a fantastic kick? Got a bit of assistance with the wind, just brought it back nicely, but oh, well done, Peter Everett.
Very important now for Collingwood. They must score the next goal. St Kilda by 18 points. Monkhorst in the ruck, taken by Darren Burke. Interception Watson. Now Starcevic, tackled by Darren Burke. Underneath that, Dwyer couldn't break clear with the football, and umpire Coates will come in and bounce. 6-7 to 3-7. 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Monkhorst, St Kilda players, young Shaw and Bowie warming up on the boundary line. Kelly takes the mark, this time in front of Lowe. A handball away for Gary Pert. Kick along the wing. Young Tranquilli leaves it behind. Darrenberg, Pekin, tried to get it clear for Mick Dwyer. Tranquilli, Mick Dwyer, down goes Harvey. Over the top was Lehman. The umpire surely must bounce this, because the players striving hard couldn't clear the ball of the pack. Very difficult, windy conditions prevailing this afternoon.
And the Saints are 3 goals in front after they led by a point at quarter time. Remember Lowe kicking a goal on the siren to put them in front. Free kick to Collingwood. Going to Graham Wright. And he might have given himself a bit of a corky there or something. He's just holding his right leg. Centre wing. High ball. Starcevic, Morris. Over the back. Here's a chance. Rowe with the pace. He's got a panic. Rocker standing in the goal square. Rowe with a high one. And oh gee, that's a poor result. Really, the low kick would have been the shot to give Rocker something to run onto.
I think he might have been better off backing himself maybe to try and outrun the player that was about to tackle him. I think it was Winmar, wasn't it, about to chip in?
Would have been a good bet, wouldn't it? They're both very quick, but if you've got half a yard up, you've got a chance.
I know one thing, when Brad Rowe gets the ball anywhere forward of the centre line, he thinks of nothing else except kicking a goal.
Frawley, Everett and Monkhorst. G. Harvey trapped that well because the ball had a bit on it. Burke went to ground, got the handball away. That was Darren Taylor's handball, was poor. It was a very poor option, it's probably the correct terminology, whether Harvey had called for it or not. Taylor must have seen that Harvey was going to be attacked immediately. And as good as Harvey is, he couldn't get rid of it, and Wright was onto him. And now can have a deliberate shot for goal. It'll be a very good kick, but he's got the wind behind him.
It appears that Graham Wright has been shifted onto Robert Harvey. Harvey having now his third opponent. Started with Alan Richardson, then Mick McGuan, now Wright.
Gee, no trouble with the distance, but he's given a big old hook. Oh, a very big old hook. So that's a poor result for Collingwood.
And the distance in the kick was excellent, wasn't it?
Kicked it 65 metres, Robbo, but out of bounds on the fall. So 6-7, 3-7. Remarkable turnaround in this match with St Kilda 3 goals in front, and we're getting very late now into the second quarter.
Well, the Saints have played excellent football into the breeze in this second term. Morris couldn't take the mark, sees it over for a boundary throw-in. But St Kilda, who trailed statistically 90 possessions to 69 at quarter time, now have the lead in that area. They've had 134 to 125. Pekin, little kick off the ground. Again there by Darrenberg. Gets good ground. In comes Kelly. Takes it over for a throw-in. Saint fans out there in the out are not happy with that. They thought he should have been penalised, but the boundary umpire will throw it in on centre wing. Monkhorst and Everett. Monkhorst. The ball didn't even reach the two big ruckmen. Williams, good pace. And an excellent mark taken by Morris in front of Starcevic.
He's done much better, Morris, in this term. Was struggling in the opening quarter up forward. A lot of kicks, but he's held his ground well. That one getting some breeze, some distance into the wind, but a free kick to Monkhorst, probably against Winmar, I think. He might have copped one in the face, Nicky Winmar, around the ear. So he's unhappy at the moment. So Monkhorst from centre wing. Collingwood desperate for a goal. And Morris for the second time. That one a little more spectacular. Takes the mark. He's got Everett short. He's going to go that way. Winmar still in the hands of the trainer. Now Taylor running onto it. Taylor's kick back in the direction of centre half forward to Hollow. Players almost stopped for a moment. Harvey runs onto it. Good looking kick to Grant. Nice mark. Quickly gets it back. Oh, Harvey stops. Props. Handball inside. Pressure though. High tackle. Hollow. Quick kick away. The Saints have made a bit of a mess of it. O'Brien attacked it beautifully for Harvey, who misses. Got it. Sorry, wrong. Big play. Big play. And Harvey was the man in the action. And O'Brien, strength and courage to get the hard ball.
It was very good by Craig O'Brien.
Well, this is a big break. Gerard, we thought Collingwood would be 6 in front at half-time at quarter-time.
Well, I thought they were gone, but unbelievably there's been 7 goals kicked against the wind and only 3 with it, and it must be gusting upwards of 25 knots now. It really is blowing almost a gale, but fantastic running there from Rob Harvey. Got himself into a little bit of trouble with a duck back, but finished with a goal.
Not sure if Winmar's going to come off here or not. It looks as if he is. So that would be a blow for the Saints. 7-7 to 3-7, and everything going wrong for Collingwood at the moment. Yes, Winmar is to come off, and Bowie getting ready.
And the free kick in the centre there was taken by Everett. Kelly interfering. Lowe will take the free kick. So the Magpies have had a very, very ordinary second quarter as Nicky Winmar leaves the ground. Let's hope it's only temporary for the St Kilda side as Bowie comes on. Good mark taken by Grant. St Kilda a chance to kick another goal. They lead by 24 points at the moment.
Well, this will be all about technique, whether David Grant can kick this goal. Distance shouldn't be too much of a problem. Kicking it from about 35, but it must be low and perhaps starting at left of the goalpost.
He'll be right, Gerard. Don't worry. David Grant's a good kick. Straight through the centre. Don't make it too hard for them, son. He's a good player, that boy. And thank goodness he's still in that St Kilda Guernsey. He had a very uncomfortable lead up to this season. But he's there playing for St Kilda, and he's kicked 3 goals this afternoon.
Yes, and also had a fairly awkward start to the season. He broke a thumb, I believe, and I think it was a thumb or perhaps a wrist bone. But he has come back nicely. 6 goals to 1 now, St Kilda in this second quarter.
It's been a terrific second term by the Saints. 3 minutes left. They're going to go forward again. Darrenberg, who's been pretty productive. A fairly good kick, but it bounces awkwardly. Not bad for Tony Woods. His kick wide towards the wing. Butcher backs himself. 1 bounce and then kicks it in towards the front of the goals. But McAdam, well done, chipping in front of Rocker. Marked safely on his chest.
Well, in a defensive area, McAdam's been one of the big stars in this term now. He's going to go wide to Darren Burke. It's running away. He should be able to trap it. He does. Frawley short. The chip pass. Frawley to run onto it with courage. Met strongly by Fraser. Frawley's got it.
Staying there, I think.
He's hurt himself, hasn't he?
Hopefully just a corky.
Hamstring.
It's in a fair bit of pain, the captain.
Just getting back to McAdam, Bruce, I thought you raised a good point. Not just today that his defensive work has been good, but it's been quite sensational in the last month and has played no small part in the revival of St Kilda by giving them some drive off that back line, and that's really the biggest trend to come out of the last couple of years, where very creative players are now playing more defensive roles.
Frawley to centre wing, didn't quite get all the way to Lowe. Free kick though to him. Collingwood at 6s and 7s here. They've made an absolute mess of this term.
Free kick 17 to St Kilda, 11 to Collingwood.
Lowe hugging the boundary line. Everett just gives Moncourse a little push. No free that time. Richardson missed it. Hollow took it. Handball was very good to Dwyer. Dwyer centering kick. Setting himself was O'Brien. Woods dropped it. Grant got hold. Free kick Woods.
Lucky.
Was not much in it, was it? He got rid of it as Grant put the tackle on, and Collingwood to take a free kick, but we're a minute and a half away from half time, and you'd think that Lee Matthews couldn't wait for this siren to sound, even though they've got the breeze, to get in there and try and get something to happen.
Well, Tony Woods was playing with Fitzroy prior to Collingwood, but he was in fact recruited from Czechoslovakia, because that's where Gubby Allen found him. Gave football away completely, and phone call to Czechoslovakia was probably a first in the history of the AFL.
Well, Russell Morris, another good mark in the centre of the ground. His kick towards half forward, no mark taken. Gary Pert backs himself, coming all the way down from full back. A little kick near the centre of the ground. The diving mark taken by Richardson. That's young Mark Richardson. Plays on quickly. His wobbly kick towards half forward, nearly taken by Russell. Rowe, Lehman, some space. Troy Lehman goes for goal. And it goes very wide as McAdam's happy with himself. He'll rush back.
Good to see Brad Rowe peeling off a handball. He really has been in the true traditions of Collingwood Rovers, right back from Lou Richards. They get a sniff of the goals, it's almost impossible to get it off them.
29 points is St Kilda's advantage, with just seconds remaining in the first half. The kick-in has been marked by Dwyer. Dwyer kicks high along the wing. What a great mark by Lowe. And handballing as he fell to the ground. Bowie and Pekin nearly messed it up. Free kick, no. Away go Collingwood. Williams, can they score from this chance? Morris, oh, terrific mark, Russell Morris. Running back.
Well, this is where he should just hold it up. Just a little bit of inexperience, I thought, there from Stuart Lowe, getting that ball on quickly. The siren just sounding. They had no chance of kicking a goal.
Russell Morris's kick may count in the statistics, but who cares? Because St Kilda hold a terrific advantage at half-time. They lead 8-7-55. Collingwood 3-8-26.
Second half at Waverley Park about to commence. St Kilda lead 8-7 to 3-8. Winmar off the ground for the Saints. And Moncourse back on the interchange for Collingwood. Everett and Richardson. Everett got the fist to it. It was a tremendous second quarter by St Kilda into the breeze. Harvey's kick was touched off the boot. McGuan's had a quiet day. Francis couldn't quite hold a hot mark. It had been touched anyway. McGuan's handball was okay to Watson, to Christian. Collingwood played some tremendous footy into the breeze in the first quarter. They would want to repeat that here. The handball by Starcevic. Francis to Russell, who was good in the opening term, and then very quiet in the second. Left foot down towards Rocker. Bouncing ball. Frawley happy to see it go over the line and out of play. Well, if you couldn't see it for yourself and you knew that the breeze was going to the right, you wouldn't have been able to work that first half out, because St Kilda turned it around superbly in the second term. Everett getting a free kick. There were two Collingwood players there. Rocker just questioning, and Everett kicked one of the goals of the first half from this pocket, a lot further out. There's confidence by the young fellow, the 19-year-old, to Frawley, the veteran, who'll chip it to Morris, who had an outstanding second quarter. Over the top Morris goes. Handball on by Bowie. Gets to Peckett, who had a quiet first half. It must be one of his first kicks for the game. The chip kick up towards half forward, taken by Lowe, who had 7 marks in the opening half. Burke's handball to Lowe. Lowe back to Peckett. Peckett's kick to centre half forward, a high ball. Grant gets a run, went high, bouncing ball, Dwyer. Well, free kick coming back to St Kilda. against Pert, I think. And unhappy about it too. Gary Pert in his 200th game. Did you pick it up? Anyone get that one?
Not I was looking up the other end of the ground.
I think when they came down from the marking contest, David Grant was the high flyer, and he may have been retarded by Gary Pert. Gary Pert may be anticipating that David Grant was going to go away with a footy.
Grant, of course, kicked a goal from this exact same position in the first minute of the game.
Yes, he's kicked beautifully today. 52 metres out. It's close. It's a great goal. Well, that's a major contribution now by Grant. 4 goals, remembering also that Pert had 9 kicks in the opening term, his opponent.
Yes, well, that was Grant's 7th kick, and the first one he's got that wasn't from a mark. It was a free kick on that occasion. St Kilda have started with the same structure up forward as they did in the first quarter, which didn't work at all. We'll just have to wait and see how it pans out to see if they have more success.
So the bounce back in the centre, Everett gets first fist to it. Darren Burke couldn't do much with it. Nathan Burke just kicked it out of Russell Morris's hands, but Peckett back for McAdam. McAdam goes for the boundary line, and it goes over for a throw-in just in front of young Andrew Tranquilli, playing his first game for the Magpies. 9-7 to 3-8, so it's 35 points now, that lead for St Kilda. Ruck contest, Richardson in front. Pekin was the St Kilda player, just making it a little bit difficult for him. Anderson got his foot to it, gathered about 15 or 20 metres. Williams, very tight, great smother by Dwyer. And Kelly goes over with the football, throw it in. Boundary umpire Maxwell.
Paul Williams is in the centre now. Mark Dwyer is his opponent. He's had a pretty good opening half to this game.
Williams gets his foot to it, kicks it back near the wing. Tranquilli, ball to the ground. Richardson, good bump by Taylor. Chance for McAdam. Rowe bundles him over. It was out of bounds, so we'll have another throw in.
McAdam, one of the shining lights in the Saints' second quarter revival, off the back line. Everett, height advantage over Richardson. Dwyer held up. Tranquilli almost kicked a goal with his first kick in the first half. Starcevic and Morris have a wrestle. Here's McAdam again, high skills. Runs away. Is that out on the full? Yes. Burke couldn't get to it, so he's made a rare mistake and he's upset with himself, McAdam. Alan Richardson, centre wing. Measures the kick to Starcevic. He's outnumbered. McAdam takes it easily at the back. His influence is growing as this game goes on. Everett will be the target. He goes towards him. Doesn't quite get that far. Richardson may have been a little unlucky not to get the mark. Handball to Fraser was good. Fraser's penetrating kick to Rocker. Harvey trying to swoop on it. Rocker held it in very well. Kept it away from Harvey. Then Starcevic and Rocker got amongst each other. Tranquilli back to McAdam. He's got it on a string. And again he goes away. Goes for distance. Not the best of kicks, but the Saints will get it.
And they combine brilliantly across half-back. It's Harvey to kick the ball out of trouble. Out for the lumbering Everett. Caught by Kelly. Well done, Craig Kelly. Just gets his foot to it. Richardson's on the end of it. That's Alan Richardson. Short kick into the centre. Christian. They must get a goal out of this, the Pies. Short kick by Christian. Mark is taken by Mark Richardson. Move it quickly, says fellow commentator Gerard Healy. Oh, what a goalie!
Oh, great play there.
By Gilbert.
He left his own man. That was a bit of a gamble, but it paid off. Great play there by Gilbert McAdam.
Another good combination between St Kilda players at left half back. Dwyer, now Harvey. Gee, he's got some pace. Away for Bowie. Sweeping handball, Dwyer left it behind. Short kick by Mickey Dwyer. He had time to recover. Dropped by Everett, but well trapped in the finish. Handball. Bowie again. 3 possessions in that passage of play. Out comes Grant. Kick off the ground, went by Watson. Out wide forward, Graham Wright. Sweeping hand pass into the path of Christian. It bounces kindly for that player. A little bit of drizzling rain now falling here at Waverley as Brad Rowe marks at right half forward.
Long, long way out into the breeze. Ball holds up. Tranquilli attacks it well. Gets the handball to Fraser. Fraser from 45 metres. Good looking kick for distance. Hooks it from behind. So Collingwood 3-9 to 9-7. Fraser, his first score of the match.
Damon Shaw's come onto the ground, Bruce. Gone up to the half-forward flank. Being picked up by Gary Pert. And he's certainly going to leave Pert for pace, so Collingwood, I'm sure, will make a change there to adjust that.
Watson to full back on Grant.
Good lead now with the rain falling.
Yes, you could times it by another couple of percent, Robbo, as Morris goes straight down the ground. Distance good in the end. Harvey sweeps onto it. To half forward. O'Brien tried to trap it. Kelly. Lowe puts the pressure on him. O'Brien the handball. Here's Shaw. Not a good handball. Lowe tried to half volley it. Needs some support. She'll get a free kick. Play on called. Shaw to run into an open goal. Oh, young fellow. Well, he's just come on.
Yes, he wouldn't have probably warmed up sufficiently. A little bit excited. Getting the ball and an opportunity to score in that really part of his game.
Very good umpiring then.
Yes, the advantage played now. Lowe, Pert, Grant. Could almost have got one. Woods was held onto as well. The Saints are in there. Shaw over the top of it. And again, a ball up.
He is an in and under player, Damon Shaw. He really does excite me. A talented youngster that's going to have a big career at St Kilda.
Lowe and Kelly, they battle it. Pert comes in, fists it away. Nathan Burke tried to get a handball away, ineffective. Right, did force it forward. Williams gets it going for Collingwood. Sweeps the handball, misses the body. Well played, McGuan.
And Christian was on the end of that little tap on by Mickey McGuan. Away for Scott Russell. Oh, there's a free kick in the centre of the ground against Collingwood. In the foreground, you would have seen that. It was an obvious free kick, and the Collingwood supporters going absolutely berserk. But Paul Williams grabbed the St Kilda player around the neck. OK, Paul, you may have been retaliating, but you were caught, and Kane Taylor will take the free kick for St Kilda. He's on the defensive side of the square. He kicks it well past the forward side of it. The mark taken by Kelly. Away he goes with a hand pass to Gary Pert. Awkward, but he's able to get his kick away out near the wing. Scott Russell couldn't take the mark. Christian. In goes Russell again for the Pies. And the boundary umpire out there in the rain will throw it in between wing and left half forward for St Kilda. You can see the rain now getting just a little bit heavier. Shaw, handball, look for Harvey. Lehman, tap on by Darren Burke for Bowie. Bowie finds some space, kicks it in towards full forward. No mark taken. Watson under pressure. Grant there for St Kilda to apply that pressure and forces the ball over for a throw in the left forward pocket.
Gee, it's a big lead, isn't it? It's a very big lead with this rain getting solid and consistent. Goals are going to get more and more difficult. Free kick to Collingwood. Shove in the ruck to Kelly to get it after Nathan Burke was going to sweep onto it. So Collingwood have got to hang on and then conjure some attacking plays. Kelly hugging the boundary line. Everett, well done against Christian. He's been impressive today, Everett.
For all of the superlatives, you really have to give St Kilda's defence a lot of credit, restricting the Pies to just 3-9 in 2 and a bit quarters of footy.
Everett in the front spot, gets the fist away up towards half forward. Kelly. Oh, Burke did a beautiful job. Bowie's left foot, what a kick! Stiff. Well played, Burke, to take it away from Kelly and give Bowie a chance. And that would have been a decisive blow had that gone through. 9-8, 3-9. And Collingwood, well, their season really rests here. They've got to find something.
Gary Pert kicks it long out towards half back. Good mark taken by Christian. Second in line. Handball away from McGuan. Still able to bounce the ball even though the rain's been falling. His kick to half forward. Taken by Mark Richardson. That was an awkward one, but he did it well. Away to Scott Russell. His kick. Good mark by Severio Rocker. And the big full forward has a chance to kick his second goal.
And another key player in that build-up was Mick McGuan, who only had 3 possessions in the first half, but he certainly has lifted in a defensive role across half-back.
Well, Rocker has to kick this goal for the Pies. And that's exactly what he's done. Very good kick by Rocker. in difficult circumstances. He's got his second goal. Collingwood get their fourth. It's been a long time between drinks, but they trail on the scoreboard by 29 points. It's 9-8 to 4-9.
There he is, big Severio rocker. Well, if Collingwood are to win, he's going to have to kick a bagful, I'd suggest, because they're going to have to come home with the win.
When the rain falls, maybe the breeze drops a bit.
Well, looking at the flags, perhaps it's just come off a touch, but still quite consistent out there.
9-8, 4-9 on 7 Sports scoreboard. Shaw through the centre, but Collingwood kick it forward off the ground. McAdam goes to ground, did a good job. Morris ducked his head down. The player caught there was Hollow, I think, and unable to get rid of it.
Nicky Winmar's up on the boundary line, sporting a new jumper, number 60.
The famous number 7 given a rest. Might have a bit of blood on it or something. Back in the centre square. Burke withheld the kick. It was good play. That was Darren Burke. Then to Nathan Burke to Kane Taylor. Pretty hot one to Mick Dwyer, but he controlled it well. Got the ball up towards Grant. Watson with him. Grant tried to fingertip it pretty hard. The Kelly was put under pressure. Did well in the end, Kelly. Having a reasonable term. Nathan Burke there with Alan Richardson. Some good footing by Burke. Kane Taylor feinted a handball. Centering kick is a very good kick. Bowie onto it. Had a couple of chances, Taylor, because he knew Lowe was there as well. And these are the goals that can really kill you on a day like today. If Bowie can kick this, the sorts of things that break Collingwood's heart when you're 5 goals behind. Winmar is on.
In disguise.
Bowie from 48 metres. Good kick, and he's done it again. You wouldn't believe it, would you? He's kicked 2 of the best balls for goal in the last few minutes. Nothing really wrong with the kick. And Winmar on the ground. And another change coming up for Collingwood. Tranquilly off for Butcher as Woods goes away short and gets to Graham Wright.
Now Wright is at centre half back. He's going to carry the football up near the wing. His high kick goes out towards half. Great leap by Mark Richardson. Mark not paid. Darren Burke on the bottom of the pack. He goes row. Free kick. And it's going to St Kilda, so they're getting the benefit of the umpiring decisions. McAdam gives the ball back to Morris, the recipient of the free kick. He's kicked across the half-back region. Hollow, his kick smothered. Well done by Russell. Ball rebounds for that player. He's able to get clear. Well done by Scotty Russell. Short kick, too short. Taken by Anderson. Did that travel the required distance? Obviously, according to the umpire, 10.25 metres. Nearly a top effort by Lowe. He's able to gather it. Harvey shrugs the tackle. This is unbelievable. Robert Harvey does not get what that really did deserve. 1 goal, 1 to the man in that number 35 Guernsey. 9-10 plays 4-9.
They've got problems up in their back line, Collingwood, because for the moment anyway, Gary Pert is picking up Nicky Winmar. Well, if the ball's anywhere but in the air, it suggests that Winmar will slaughter Pert. And even if it is in the air, you'd say he's a competitive chance.
But from St Kilda's point of view, they're dominating, yet they're not kicking goals at the moment. So it's a critical time in the match, even though they are seemingly in control off the ground. From a Saints point of view, you'd want another couple quickly because they've had that much play in this term. Pert's high ball, good mark by McGuan, who has lifted a bit. Had to, of course, onto the left foot. Poor kick. Darren Burke, Francis coming from nowhere. Winmar short, should get it over the handball. Now Winmar not moving completely freely. Good vision though to Pekin. Pekin inside. McAdam can feel some danger. Gilbert, did you panic a little bit? Don't know. Then puts a high tackle on Fraser. And I just get the feeling that McAdam lost concentration for a moment. Now Pert. Pert squeezes the boundary line and it's out.
Well, I thought, to be fair to McAdam, Bruce, he was just treading some water there, because if he had kept going flat out, he was going to run smack bang into a tackle. He did drop the ball, which suggests that he may have panicked a little bit, but
just one handball too many, I think, wasn't it? The area there for Collingwood now is created by McGuan. The handball came out, and Mickey McGuan Kicks the ball beautifully. He saw the player and he did it very, very nicely. And if Collingwood are to have any chance, you really have to think that Mickey McGuan's going to be a catalyst.
Well, Collingwood are kicking to the scoring end. It's unbelievable to say, but in the first half it was 8 goals to 3, favouring the end, kicking into the wind.
Well, it's Christian with the ball. He shoots for goal and he's put it through. So Michael Christian kicks his first goal after receiving a great pass from McGuan, and Collingwood bridge the gap. It is just 25 points now. It exploded out to something like 35 at one stage, but Collingwood have fought back to give themselves some sort of a chance.
McGuan's form in this quarter has been quite superb, giving them plenty of drive off the half-back line. Gary Pert now has been shifted out to centre-half back. It looks like it's Chris Hollow he's picking up. Is it Dean Anderson? He's going to have trouble with his pace also.
Collingwood making its run now, 9-10, 5-9. Tap one by Richardson. Wright paddled it forward. Harvey tries to get out of a tackle. Collingwood players saying we had him, Lehman and Rowe. Peter Carey adjudicating that he'll bounce. Harvey, what a game he's played. 15-7. A couple of memorable efforts by him. Burke-Taylor combining. Williams just paddles it towards Russell. Clever off the ground by Anderson. I think he meant that for Burke, who works it in front of himself cleverly. Handball under pressure. Pert kept it down low. Harvey goes in hard. So did Russell. It was good footy. Alan Richardson dragged down. Lovely take by Peckett. Sweeps at the Dwight court. No. Gets it across to Harvey. Can go all the way. Runs his distance. Measures the kick. It's a beauty. What footy. Nathan Burke.
Back here on the wing was fantastic.
I think he's hit the post in the finish.
Sorry, boys. I've done it again. I thought he'd go.
Well, he's a great player to get excited about, and he was very disappointed because he just skimmed the padding on the post. But good to see Robert Harvey having a shot from the 50-metre line. Often he just looks for that shorter option, and St Kilda don't get full benefit. He'll straighten up eventually, and St Kilda will then be a better side for it.
So shave the post there. Well, bad luck Harvey and bad luck St Kilda, but they've hit the post 3 times in this quarter, and Collingwood is hanging on pretty well.
It's very important that they do just that. They're going to stream forward here. Christian, another player who's done extremely well. Russell marks. He plays on. That's an awkward kick by Scott Russell. I don't think he'd like to be up in the forward line sitting underneath that. Out comes Big Rocker. A little toe poke. Richardson. A free kick. It's going to St Kilda again. And it's to be taken by Shanahan. Shanahan, his first kick. Not a player that likes to get a lot of the football, but is certainly an effective defender. And he's kicked in towards low. Couldn't take the mark. Shepherd attempted by Bowie. Mick Dwyer gets it out. Nathan Burke. Now Timmy Pekin running along the wing. Handball Bowie. Bowie made good position for him. Short kick by that player. Very well done. Unselfish. Gave it to the leading Grant. And Grant has marked on his chest 55, maybe a little further from goal. He's being asked to play on. His short kick is all right. Big Everett. He's been paid? No. Collingwood will clear. Christian's little kick. Taylor. Russell. Peckett left it behind. Russell taps it clear. Away goes Francis. Couldn't control the footy. Bowie in trouble. No, he got it away for Everett. Everett in turn for Nathan Burke. His kick. It'll be marked. It's not. It's a free kick to David Grant. And he's only about 25 metres from goal. He's kicked 4. Still the rain continues to fall.
Starcevic off Robbo and Tranquilli on.
David Grant. Valuable contribution from him.
Scott Russell in the centre of the ground has dislocated a finger in the hands of the trainers.
David Grant for his 5th goal. Awkward looking kick. And he misses miserably in the finish. 9-12 plays 5-9.
1-5 the Saints have kicked in this quarter to 2-1. They've hit the post 3 times. And Collingwood are hanging in. The breeze does appear to have died a little, but Perk coming to this side for the first time today, which suggests at least the direction of the breeze has died. Anderson got a quick kick away to the pocket. Grant attacks it. The ball close to the line and now out. St Kilda deep in attack. Collingwood hanging on desperately, wanting one more crack in the last quarter at them. Low, Kelly, a real battle there. Francis read it beautifully. Quick kick away to Christian, who's had a few touches in this term. Got a high one there from Taylor, and it might be just very much hurt himself, poor Christian.
He looked to get that one across the skull.
Yes.
It's fairly nasty in the finish.
Looks completely out to Michael Christian.
Monkhorst is up on the boundary line, so
The umpire had to quickly give that to another Collingwood player. Surely he's in all sorts of trouble, Michael Christian.
Well, they called for a stretcher. This is an awful sight at the moment.
Well, I watched Kane Taylor shake his head. I think it was obviously an accident, but bad luck for Collingwood, because Christian was certainly having a bit of an influence in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter.
Stretcher coming out for him. He's had 7 marks. And 9 kicks and 9 handballs. Kicked a goal. Collingwood's 5th about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Now you see that he's raised his head a moment ago as the trainers carry Michael Christian from the ground. So what seemed to be just a minor incident in the game has become a major one, and we'll just hope that Christian has no serious damage. It looks pretty bad at the moment, but hopefully he'll make a quick recovery. But, holding his head there and in all sorts of pain, and Monkhorst to come on.
we almost have to question the selection of Damien Monkhorst, because he spent very little time on the ground today, and him being on the bench really reduces the flexibility for Collingwood. Conditions where big men aren't at their best because of the blustery breeze and also the wet weather. Perhaps Collingwood may have gone in one big man too many.
So with Christian leaving the arena, we go back to the action, and Francis to take the kick from centre half back.
Tony Francis, a good kick too. Gets about 40 metres, and an excellent mark taken by Monkhorst. Away for Russell. Russell straight towards goal. Out comes Shanahan, but it clean bowls him. At the back is Tranquilli. Handballed away. St Kilda defence now under pressure. Brad Rowe tackled. O'Brien was the player. St Kilda get out of trouble. Handball Anderson. Harvey grabbed, didn't have the football. It was a little technical, but it certainly was there. And the free kick for St Kilda at left half back to be taken by their champion young player Robert Harvey. 23 possessions already, and there's still 1 quarter and 5.5 minutes of football left. His kick looking for Everett, but it's going to rebound for the Magpies. Lehman's little kick, okay. Marker's taken by Rocker, looking to play on. Gets onto his right foot, thumps away and kicks the goal of the day. Three goals to Severio Rocker, and Collingwood only 21 points in arrears. So a good finish building up here in this game between St Kilda and the Magpies.
Yes, I guess the length of that kick suggests that the wind has backed off somewhat. Also kicking with a heavy ball that when you hit them right will penetrate the air and the wind better than the light ball.
Right back in it now, Collingwood, 6-9 to 9-12. Everett and Monkhorst. Dwyer got his hands on it. Nathan Burke got the clear kick away. Low, oh, great mark. A wrestle with Kelly, and then put up that big paw and held it. Too far out to goal.
Looks like a mini football in his hands, doesn't it?
When Joel Garner had a cricket bat in his hands. Good looking kick right there. Winmar crashing in, unable to get into the action there. Bowie with Woods. Kept it in play quite cleverly. Tried a handball away. Butcher's hip and shoulder okay. Woods driven to the ground. It's a real battle. Pert tried to give it to Butcher. Butcher should get a free kick after all of that. Against O'Brien, who's had a quite a turn. But the number of the Saints forwards have struggled with the breeze and played better into it.
I was just thinking Stuart Lowe's had his quietest turn for the game.
Harvey in the Burke direction. Francis tackled. Burke. Oh, Kelly. And hard on Burke. And Burke really suffering the after effects of that. So half forward.
Monkhorst in front. Can't control the football. It's very awkward now after the rain having fallen. There's a free kick. It's going to the big ruckman from Collingwood, Damien Monkhorst. And he handballs away for Francis. He could be run down. No, he gets the handball back for Butcher. It's messed up. Anderson is there for St Kilda. A high kick. Bowie nearly makes it. He's still a chance, Brett Bowie. Little underground hand pass for Burke. Burke, who was crunched by Kelly, got the flip over for Taylor. He's caught. He's gone. And he's got to be penalised. Surely. Watson remonstrating with the umpire. The umpire will bounce about 30 metres from the St Kilda goal. Monkhorst, closed fist. All players missing it. Here's a chance for Watson. And goes for the safety of the boundary line. Fans not happy with a couple of the umpiring decisions. It's 24 free kicks to St Kilda, 16 for Collingwood. Everett gets the tap down for Anderson, but Monkhorst kicks the ball clear for... Oh, great effort, Pekin. A top effort. He's marked forward of the wing. Tim Pekin has been a terrific player for Fitzroy and St Kilda. Pert couldn't get it clear. Nathan Burke can. Woods, awkward, bashes it back towards right, but Harvey is there. Took his eyes off the football. Graham Wright, handball for Russell.
Away. Collingwood with a big chance. Over the top to Francis. Missed the body. Francis had to weave, turn, duck his head, got it back to Wright. Good play. Wright with a long bomb. Rocker sets himself, gets a little push out, free kick.
Well, from a long way away up here in the commentary box, it looked like it was a side shove to me, and Rocker just made it look a bit worse than it was.
What an important change though. Harvey in control, loses the footy, Collingwood rebound. This bloke the best kick in the team without any doubt. From 40 metres out, straight in front, goes for it. What's happened here? Misses. Well,
Mickey Winmar is in the hands of the club doctor with St Kilda, and they're having a close inspection of his left hand. Perhaps that was the problem with him, which forced him off the ground just before half-time.
I hope when you tip me a winner at the races, Bruce, it's better than those goal kickers that you're tipping at the moment.
naught out of about 7.
Oh, they let you down. I tell you, it's incredible, isn't it? Missing from right in front. And it really was an important kick because at 9-12 to 6-9, he could have made it 9-12 to 7-9 instead of 6-10. So it would have only been about 14 points the difference, or 15 points the difference.
You're going to need a maths degree to listen to this commentary at the end of the day.
Well, it certainly was a very important kick by Rocker. Monkhorst up near the 50-metre line. Oh, in trouble, Richardson, but he got out somehow to Lehman, up towards full forward. McAdam in trouble, spins out. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely composed. Burke, now Peckett. Can go long, into the centre of the ground, but it's chopped off by Woods. His kick goes back and the mark taken by Everett. Everett, short kick. St Kilda can mount something here. The lights are on. Darren Burke's kick. Wide for Mickey Dwyer. He leaves it. Went too far in the finish. Gary Pert. This could be an important turnover. Mark Richardson onto it. Shrugs the tackle. Backed himself. Well done. Kicks it towards full forward. Rocker. Shanahan. Went after the footy and got it. Kicked it back near the centre of the ground. And a good mark taken for Collingwood by Richardson. Only seconds left. Can the Pies score before three-quarter time? Richardson kicks it high in the air towards the 50-metre line. Good effort, that's a mark. Taken by Rocker. And there's the siren. So Rocker, who's kicked 3. This is going to have to be a really big effort here to score from the 50-metre line. It's 20 points, the advantage for St Kilda. Rocker goes for goal and doesn't score. So at three-quarter time, St Kilda lead by 20 points, 9-12 to 6-10.
St Kilda leading 9-12 to 6-10 Collingwood. Collingwood kicking to the right of screen. Moncourt starting this term. The first time today that he started the quarter. Winmar, who looks to have a hand injury, tried to kick it off the ground. Darren Burke kicks it out wide. Winmar in pursuit. With him is Dwyer to try and help. Fraser running onto Winmar's chip kick. Butcher there. Over the top of Butcher. Anderson there. Butcher got a second chance. It's a reasonably quiet game. He's only his second match in AFL. Richardson held up off the ground by Butcher. Got about 30 metres on that. Burke, Russell. Russell conceded some ground, but White's onto it. If Collingwood get the first goal, they'll be right in this. Nice chip pass to Williams on the run. Williams runs a long, long way. Handball to Francis, who should go. 35 metres out, measures it, goes and kicks it. They're coming home, the Maggies.
Well, it's their last chance, Bruce, wouldn't you think? I mean, the way the ladder's set up, if they lose today, it's going to be so difficult for them.
But considering they were 9 goals to 3 at one stage, they've kicked the last 4 goals in this match.
They certainly finished the third quarter full of running and momentum. That's the first time in any quarter this match that they've kicked an early goal. Previous best was at the 12-minute mark of the third quarter, and with St Kilda getting the early goals, kicking it at the first, fourth and second-minute mark of the respective quarters.
14 points, St Kilda's lead. First blood of the last quarter for the Magpies. Francis again. Good mark, well done by young Mark Richardson. On his chest at half forward, handball. Francis nowhere to go. Hand pass, looking one way and giving it to Monkhorst. He gets past. Then he gives the handball away. He's been held by the leg. No. Come back, Mickey. You're not going to get that advantage.
He would have loved that one.
And about 23,000 Collingwood fans with him.
Exactly.
Most of the crowd hiding up underneath the eaves of the grandstand. Bleak conditions prevailing for most of the day. Strong wind, which has died down a little bit after we had some rain in that third quarter. Monkhorst. His kick towards the front of the square. Rocker can't mark. Gilbert McAdam does eventually, after slipping, give away a rush behind for the Pies.
Well, we're set for an absolute rib tickler of a finish here at Waverley. St Kilda have basically dominated the game in the middle half. They didn't look too flash in the first quarter, but then they came out in the second quarter and turned it all around. But just lost momentum a little bit with the player on screen hitting the post twice in the third quarter, which could have perhaps sewn up the game for St Kilda. But now it's anybody's result.
9-12, 7-11, 13 points. Francis. Taylor. Darren Burke's high kick up towards centre wing. Kelly in front of Lowe. Couldn't take the mark. Dwyer paddling. Got rid of well by Williams. Oh, Kelly again made an error there. Under pressure immediately with a wet ball. Butcher. Controlled kick towards Williams. Again, he was spent it before he had it. Dwyer. Ball handling all important here. High ball. Russell gets underneath it. Bowie was able to effect the spoil. Russell's handball to McGuan running. McGuan sweeps out the handball to Williams at half forward. Good centering kick to Fraser. Couldn't hold the mark. St Kilda with some numbers. Winmar, who produced a couple of bits of magic. Everett out wide to Winmar again. Woods keeps his head down. Then from 55 metres off the side of the boot. Oh, good touch. No goal. Goal. Looked an awkward kick, but just kept going straight, and Collingwood have charged back within 7 points. 9-12 to 8-11.
Yes, full of running, full of momentum, and I see Darren Nathan Burke is coming off the ground. He's got his helmet off. I'm not sure whether there's a problem there or not, but I'm sure he wouldn't be dragged. He's one of St Kilda's best players, or he doesn't look too happy. But Collingwood now are really in this game. They're playing for their season.
So the bounce back at the centre, awkward. Monkhorst reaching over Dwyer, but in comes Francis. Monkhorst again. A friendly little tap for Butcher. Butcher's kick towards half forward. Taylor caught. Gives away ground. Brad Rowe beaten for it by Winmar. Winmar cool, calm, collected. Kicks it wide. Morris takes the mark at right half back. A short kick. St Kilda players on their own on centre wing. The Magpies must not let St Kilda get a goal. Bowie. Lowe can't take the mark. The ball rebounds. Shaw leaves it. Harvey leaves it. Deposited like an egg, but Harvey gets his foot to it. Gathered by Francis was very good. He's kicked towards half forward. Fraser. Over the top was Winmar, helping out McAdam. McAdam into the path of Winmar. Fraser's going to run him down. He's a lot quicker. He went after the football and couldn't control it, and it's pushed over for a boundary throw-in. 9-12, plays 8-11.
Just have a look at the condition of that ball though, Robbo. Very heavy, very waterlogged. I'm surprised they didn't change it at three-quarter time after a very wet third quarter.
Collingwood force it forward once again. An intelligent knock-on by McGuan. McAdam's under pressure from Rowe. Back goes Timmy Pekin. A little kick by that player is too short. Russell's control. McGuan's hand pass. And Williams should goal. Oh, he's missed. Dear me, Paul Williams. That would have brought the house down, including the commentary box.
Well, Mick McGuan's the danger player now for St Kilda. He had a very ordinary first half by his standards. Only 3 possessions, but he looks electric in this last quarter. Got the Magpies going in the third, and he's already set up a number of shots at goal. So Tim Pekin will have to really tighten up on him.
Woods, after McAdam's kick wasn't touched, he was looking for Darren Burke. Woods goes back, another great kick by him. Right there, Rocket gets a touch to it, but also McAdam, it's a behind. 40,327 here, so they are perched very high because it doesn't look that full. It's a good crowd in the conditions. They've paid $130,000 to watch it.
You wouldn't believe the turnaround in this game. Since the 10-minute mark of the third quarter, where St Kilda were leading by 35 points, Collingwood have kicked 5 goals to St Kilda, yet to register a major in that time.
McAdam goes long. Oh, Harvey should have got a free kick. Wright was all over him. Dwyer. Burke. It's Darren Burke sort of threw it up in the end. Now Pekin, who's got the job on McGuan. It could be the key clash in this last quarter. Shaw. That's Damon Shaw, who's only been on the ground a couple of times today and hasn't had much effect. The kick by Alan Richardson back to Pecker. Got rid of it in a hurry to Dwyer to Pekin again.
Combination by St Kilda there, effective. Butcher couldn't take the mark. Anderson chipping in. Through goes Kelly. Hard for the football. Lehman's got it underneath. And the umpire will call for a bounce.
Well, we have been a little bit critical of Kelly's game today, but I just thought that since half-time he's done quite a reasonable job on Stuart Lowe, who was dominant in the first half.
Tranquilli off and Starcevic on. Kick by Shaw for St Kilda. Centre half forward, there's no one home. Monkhorst. He's kicking towards the centre of the ground. Taken by Harvey. Oh, got out of trouble beautifully. Handball to Winmar. Oh, Kelly went straight at him. And it's a free kick to Winmar.
Winmar just ducked his head, reminiscent of a gridiron player, and boy, you can do yourself a huge injury there. That is laying yourself open to a high cervical injury that can cause paralysis. That's a shock.
Well, he was a bit lucky. He did get the free kick. It's at right half forward for the Saints. Shaw, his kick up towards full forward. Out comes Butcher, getting a few possessions. He's kicked to a vacant wing area. It bounces and lands in the arms of Winmar. Winmar's kick is too far for his teammate. It's out on the full. A free kick out there for Collingwood to be taken by Graham Wright.
All of a sudden, the pressure that Collingwood are applying is causing St Kilda to make just many unforced errors.
Mark Richardson making a contest of it at half forward. Mickey McGuan's little kick goes well inside 50 metres. It's about 40 metres now from the Collingwood goal. If they kick a goal here, they will lead by 1 point. 17 3/4 minutes left in a titanic struggle. Collingwood fighting for their future for 1993.
And attacking. Richardson in the front spot. Harvey missed it. Rowe round the body. Russell running onto it. Here's a chance. Handball to Rocker. Great tackle from the back by Taylor. And it's a behind.
So the Collingwood fans a little bit upset there. They thought that constituted a push in the back. The umpire just let it go.
Danger. Shanahan gives it up. Collingwood with a chance to hit the front. Starcevic had his kick smothered by Harvey, who looks to be almost out to it. Francis still running. Starcevic has just come back on. Dwyer can't get it away. Monkhorst shrugs a tackle. Handball in the Maguire direction. Harvey fell forward, looked for a free kick. Collingwood persisting. St Kilda going with them. It's a real battle. Still the footy to be won. Taylor. And it's going to be a bounce down about 30 metres from Collingwood's goal.
Well, I thought umpire Peter Carey there may have swallowed his whistle because there were a couple of chances there, but he just let it go. It really was good physical stuff by both sides.
Throw up. Rocker versus Everett. Francis again, who's continually getting to the footy. Ducks his head. Williams tries to break the tackle. He can't. And St Kilda applying the pressure as well as Collingwood. And another ball up 50 metres from Collingwood's goal. The Saints leading by 4 points. Francis with 24 touches.
Throwing the ball in the air. Monkhorst. Kick off the ground by Pickett. Dwyer's hand pass intercepted by Russell. Handball. Chance for Williams. Goes for goal and it's out of bounds on the full.
Once again, another unforced error there from St Kilda. Mark Dwyer's handball being intercepted. Collingwood couldn't take advantage of it, but boy, St Kilda have got to change their mental status from defence into attack. They're going to have to kick goals if they're to win this game.
It's outside 50 metres. Francis trying to bash the ball clear of the pack. And the umpire will bounce once again.
Throw up. Again, Everett and Richardson and Monkhorst there. Punched away by Morris. The right handball. Good smother by Harvey. Had a wonderful match.
Been an intriguing battle all day, hasn't it, between these two sides? And many one percenters have been shown by both sides, the tackles and the smothers.
Monkhorst, who's had a big effect since he's come on, again wins the tap down, laid it down towards right. Handball by Richardson, right, high ball. Rowe gets underneath. Did he put his hands on the back of Winmar? Looked like he might have, but the ball ran out of play. And it'll be a throw in. So Collingwood dominating. They've restricted St Kilda enormously. The Saints haven't kicked a goal in about 30 minutes of footy. Bowie waits underneath it. Monkhorst with him. Bowie slips it through. Francis again, who's having a tremendous last quarter. Left foot by Francis. Great kick and just missing.
You'll get one soon, Bruce.
I'll get a goal in a moment. And so will Collingwood the way they're playing. It was a good snap by Francis, but he has won 3 and Collingwood are 8-15 and St Kilda 9-12. McAdam going out wide to Peakin and he gets him.
That was a good kick, yep, my word. Pinpoint accuracy. Peakin kicks it along the wing, looking for Harvey. It's punched away by Scott Russell. And over for a boundary throw-in. It's about 2.5 kicks from the Collingwood goal. They've had the last 9 scoring shots, the Magpies. Monkhorst, clear for Williams. Must kick it to the front, he does. At the back, St Kilda have got the numbers. The ball rebounds. Morris gives it to McAdam. McAdam a little tap out into the path of Shanahan. He leaves it behind. Oh, gee whiz, he's lucky there.
Boy, they fumbled some football in the last quarter, St Kilda.
Left forward pocket for Collingwood. They trail by just 3 points. And we've still got 13.5 minutes left. Morris must receive a free kick in the right back pocket.
And St Kilda, you reckon, must kick a goal if they're to win. As Gerard said a few minutes ago, they must start to attack, change this game plan. Everett, Harvey, this is a big ball, a very important play. Wright's won it. Collingwood certainly on top at the moment, but still trailed. Neat looking kick to Starcevic. 3 points the difference. Starcevic again to Woods. He kicked one on the run from almost this distance a few minutes ago. Short kick okay to Williams.
And this bloke can kick a long ball. Distance, I think, won't be a problem for him. It'll be a big kick, 50 metres out plus the wind. Poor Williams should cover the distance and cover himself in glory if he kicks it.
He's had 3 scoring shots today, with 3 shots at goal for 2 points and 1 out of bounds on the full. Good looking kick, the Magpies are in front. What a turnaround. Remarkable match. Collingwood in front at Waverley Park. They've come from nowhere. 9:15 to 9:12.
There's an important player that's missing, is Nathan Burke. We couldn't quite work out why he left the ground, but he was always winning those balls around the middle and getting it forward for St Kilda, wasn't he?
Well, he didn't look injured. That's what led me to believe that perhaps there's some sort of disciplinary problem with him and the coach.
So what can St Kilda do now? Damien Monkhorst high. Winmar collects the footy. Fraser running down. But Nicky Winmar went after it. And he kept on going. And he's still a chance. He falls over at the last minute. But he's forced the ball clear of the centre and about 25-30 metres closer to the St Kilda goal. Monkhorst and Everett. Monkhorst stronger. Gets the tap down. Anderson's kick doesn't clear the pack. Taylor's tap on. Gary Pert's got the football. He clears it. Darren Burke. Everett too slow. In goes Francis. And he pushes it over for a throw in. But it's still 2 kicks from St Kilda's goal. 11 and a half minutes left. Can the Saints raise another effort? 9:15 Collingwood. 9:12 St Kilda. Monkhorst went straight down Butcher's throat. Monkhorst clear. Pert's kick. Timmy Peakin in trouble. Still in trouble, but he gets the ball clear. Chance for Hollow. His kick should be marked by Collingwood and is.
Just inexperience there by Hollow. He had 3 short options for St Kilda and it just blazed away.
Not paid, the mark, and Harvey takes it clear. Confidently. Handball out to young Shaw. Shaw's kick for goal misses to the left-hand side.
Well, finally St Kilda go into attack, but I still think they need to find another option in the middle of the ground. I think it could be Nicky Elvis Winmar, who's playing a kick behind the play in more of a defensive role. I think his match-winning abilities needed to be pushed up the ground.
Pert goes for Kelly. Anderson tries to go back. Almost held the mark. Has a bit of time. Gets around Kelly. He's 55 metres out. Good looking kick. Good play.
Yep.
To the right bloke too, Grant. He's kicked 4 goals today.
And that's the difference between setting yourself with the ball, finding an option and delivering it, as against Chris Hollow's previous kick where he just blazed away. St Kilda now with an opportunity to kick perhaps a match-winning goal.
David Grant with 4 goals won. 45 metres out. Poor kick. Well, he kicked the ball beautifully early in the match. His last 2 efforts have been below par, and there's a point the difference. And then when you look at St Kilda has kicked 1 goal 7 in this second half. No wonder they're behind.
And 3 of them were posters. Remember Bruce in that 3rd quarter, 2 of them from Bowie, and that player just forcing it over for a throw-in. It's on centre wing, so Collingwood getting the ball just closer and closer to their goal. They lead by a point. Still plenty of time left. Francis continually getting possessions. McGuan left it behind. Now Bowie. Sweeping hand pass for Hollow. Hollow's kick. Looking for Shaw, but it's punched away by Pert. Young Shaw fell over. Pert able to gather. Kicks it along the wing and a good mark taken by Starcevic over the top of young Hollow. Starcevic on centre wing. Torpedo punt kick. Oh, Mickey! Cover yourself, son! Cover yourself, Mickey! It's a goal! with 8 3/4 minutes left.
Well, hats off to Mickey McGuan, because one of the hardest things in football is to drag yourself out of a first half rut where you haven't been able to get a kick and then come on and have some effect in a tight game. And that's what he's done. Did it well from defence in the third quarter, and then just kicked a very, very important goal.
Collingwood 7 points in front, 10-15, 9-14. They've kicked the last 7 goals in this match. Winmar went without it. Woods off the ground. If they get the next one, it'll be it. Harvey. You just can't see St Kilda kicking 3 goals. If Collingwood get another one here, rights away, 55 metres out. Rowe didn't hold it. Handball on the up to McGuan. Mickey's good at kicking these. Left foot. That's a behind.
And Robert Harvey is cramped 150 metres behind play. He's run himself into the ground. He's been St Kilda's best player along with Nathan Burke until he was taken off the ground. And there you see the trainer just stretching that hamstring, pulling it to its greatest length, trying to break the spasm that's in his leg at the present time.
Symbolic of the Saints' chances, isn't it? With Harvey laying on the ground in pain. Russell, well done. Oh, Rowe's got it. Plays on. Kicks. No, free kick. What's happening? Rowe. I think it's against St Kilda on Russell.
Robert Harvey
got rid of the ball.
Right. Robert Harvey cramped up in Sydney last week and was removed from the ground, but I think now's the time to whip him down into the forward line and perhaps even put Damon Shaw up onto the ground, give him a challenge. He's a very exciting young player. But they need to lift all over the ground, St Kilda. Stuart Lowe hasn't really been all that effective since half-time.
Rowe has kicked 1 goal too. Improves his angle, tries a banana kick, and it's 1-3 for Rowe. Collingwood 10-17 to 9-14, going through a period of domination here.
Gerard, are those screw punt kicks, are they a good idea, do you think?
I think they are. I think they're...
You have to be a very good exponent of it, though, don't you?
Well, I think that just comes through practice, and I'm not sure that goal kicking in AFL football gets enough attention, let alone specialist-type goal kicking like the banana kicks from the alley.
Saw a couple on Friday night at the MCG that went straight through the middle. Winmar's kick marked by McGuan. We've talked about his resurgence in the second half. And Collingwood right on top. They haven't quite killed the game off on the scoreboard yet, but you get a feeling that they're going to get the next goal. McGuan, long high drop punt. Rocker sets himself. Punched away by Morris. Taken by O'Brien. Little one. Away goes Hollow. Takes a long time to get his foot to it.
He was a little slow, and it's caused a problem because the ball fell short. Butcher crashes through. He's kicked towards full forward. Morris should have taken the mark. McAdam is there. Ducks his head. Was that a hand pass? Okay, that says the umpire. St Kilda in trouble back there. Rowe. Handball. Russell. Kick to the front of the goal. Oh! It's gone through all players. Mark Richardson's at the back. He gets past Shanahan. He gets past Bowie. And Mark Richardson blazes away and misses everything. It's out of bounds on the full. Winmar to take the free kick.
Craig O'Brien's been shifted down onto the ball for St Kilda. Rob Harvey up in the goal square. Just trying to recover from that onset of the cramp.
Winmar, but St Kilda deep in defence. Kelly made the front spot. Woods got his hands to it. Russell tried to get the handball away. Mickey Dwyer held up Collingwood for the moment. Handball only as far as Russell. Quick kick. Starcevich couldn't take a hot ball. Did a great job. McGuan looked to throw it out. Back to Fraser. Back to Butcher. High tackle. Free kick. Young Butcher with an opportunity now to kick the winning goal for Collingwood. He's about 45 metres out. He's had a good last quarter.
He's done enough, I think, to show that he can be of some real value for Collingwood.
So what a big kick. In his AFL career, low one when he's missed. Collingwood 10-18 to 9-14.
Well, he certainly made mincemeat of that one. Boy, that looks like Midget Farrelly.
Well, he's kept St Kilda in the game because they're still only 10 points in arrears. The kick in has been taken by Darren Burke. He kicks it along the wing. It's a kick downfield. Darren Burke was dumped back there by Woods. St Kilda a chance, takes some risks. Pekin just gets his left foot to it. Down comes Grant, 2-on-1. And McGuan, who's covered some territory, forces the ball over for a throw-in. St Kilda need to get a goal quickly. 5 minutes left.
They'll start running again, Robbo. They're not running in the numbers that they were in that first half.
Taylor, dragged down. Butcher, well done, son. Short kick. Oh, the bounce favours Starcevic.
Oh,
he's gone. No, he shrugs the tackle. Looked to give the hand pass on, then gave a kick on. Back goes Rowan McAdam. McAdam will see it over. And all of a sudden now the St Kilda defence under pressure, when just a few moments ago it looked as though it could have been down the other end for the Magpies to be in that situation.
Yes, looked like it should have been just a straight knock on there from Starcevic. Had Tony Woods running into clear space.
Boundary throw in. Big punch by Rocker. Gathers about 15 or 20 metres. Time ticking away for the Saints. Collingwood lead by 10 points.
Their right forward pocket. Rocker and Shanahan. Peckett and Wright. Or was it Lehman? Lehman it was. And Peter Carey to take it. So Collingwood 15 metres away from goal. Rocker, big strong body, eats up another few seconds. All important now.
The only way home for St Kilda is to run it out the outer side. They've got this whole members wing blocked up, Collingwood. They need to get a run on and link up a transition along the outer wing.
Richardson keeps it in. McGuan free kick. No, not given. Bit stiff. Bowie caught. Good pressure by Collingwood. They run it out of play. Mickey saying, gee, I was grabbed, didn't have it. Why not a free? Not coming.
I think he's letting Peter Carey know all about it too. 10-18 to 9-14. Collingwood by 10 points. Starcevic, a big punch. Back over for another throw-in. So good seconds being wasted here for the Magpies. I don't think it's been a magnificent victory, but certainly a courageous one. If they can hang on in these last couple of minutes, it's back over for another one.
The question's got to be asked, is this deliberate time wasting? There's just no difference between handballing it over and punching it over from a throw-in.
Well, you'd be a brave man to give a free kick in this situation, I think. Another throw-in. Rocker. He's got it. He's having another go at it. It's kicked off the ground by Bowie in the finish. And for the 5th time in more or less the identical area on the football ground, we'll have another throw-in.
Shanahan and Rocker. Rocker gave Shanahan a bit of a shove. What's happened here? Free kick to Starcevic.
As he was off the ball, Hollow just gave him a whack on the chops as he was going past. Down went Starcevic, and the umpire turned over what was a St Kilda free kick.
Well, that's it, you'd think, wouldn't you? The Saints going to have a free kick in the back pocket. Now Collingwood having a shot for goal with less than 2.5 minutes remaining.
Fat lady certainly up and gargling at the present time.
Ready to come on to sing, Jared. Starcevic with a low drop punt. And he has missed, but I think it might be too late anyway from St Kilda's point of view, because Collingwood, with the ball in their forward line, are 10-19 to 9-14.
How is this last game, the draw between Adelaide and Collingwood at Football Park, looking? If the Magpies can continue to keep on winning, it's going to be a terrific clash. Kelly gets it clear for Wright. Everett applying the pressure, but Graham Wright will be happy. We're down to the last minute and a half of the game.
Oh, it'll go down as one of the most remarkable victories for Collingwood. They were seemingly a spent force at half-time, and even halfway through that third quarter when they were down by 35 points, looked all over. They've managed to come back and pull one out of the bag.
Lehman had the football, couldn't break clear of 2 or 3 St Kilda players, so umpire Carey will throw it in the air once again. 11 points, Collingwood's lead. Monkhorst bashes it clear, not quite clear enough. Graham Wright after the football, and it will be thrown in the air once again.
When you look across the ground, you'd probably say the best players on the ground were almost St Kilda players, but Collingwood, two-man, have just persisted and kept on working together.
Well, it's the way to win a game of football when your form's not too good. Just make sure that you've got everyone having a bit of a dip at it. Now the advantage is with Collingwood. Richardson's short pass has been marked by Starcevic. Starcevic, right half forward flank. Kicks to the front of the goals. Up high was Mark Richardson. Gathering that awkward football is Rowe. Back onto the right foot. Brad Rowe. Hooks it too far, you wouldn't believe. And obviously players calling for the hand pass there. But Rowe having a definite shot at goal. And Gerard, you think there was never any chance of a hand pass there?
One iota of a chance.
Well, maybe the last passage of play coming up. Gilbert McAdam has got to go and do it all over again.
14 scoring shots to 2 in the last quarter. McAdam is the second stick away, looking towards Lowe. And this has been a great comeback by Collingwood. They trailed 9 goals to 3 in the third quarter. And they've got up and won. So the Magpies very much a part of the action. They're still in the battle for September without any shadow of doubt after today. A big, big win. In the context of this season and the way this game was played, seemingly down, seemingly out, they rose to the occasion and got the points. In the end, Collingwood by 2 goals, 10-20 to 9-14.